So as of late, the Eritrean president, Isaias Afwerki, really seems to be on his soapbox about looking after Africa, looking after the continent, looking after the resources, and really properly leveraging the assets that Africa has, because that's what everybody else does. The countries that have nuclear power, they leverage that. They make use of what they have in the geopolitical scene. They do, but Africa doesn't do that. Africa, we don't yet know how, or haven't, taking ourselves seriously enough. I don't know what the term is, taking ourselves seriously enough, whatever it is, to really just to really approach things from that perspective and leverage the resources that Africa has in the geopolitical stage too. Specifically, I guess in terms of resources, it's like if we have so much of what we have underground as we say we do, it's not just about saying it and smiling with people who want to take it for as little money as possible, but really, really just about leveraging it in terms of, one example is we talk about know-how a lot. We say things like, oh, if only we want technology transfer, or we're hoping for, to get the know-how in terms of how to do this technology, or how to work this kind of manufacturing, how to do that. And one of the ways to do that easily is to make that a term and a condition of giving up the resources. Make that a term and a condition saying you have to come and, harness the resource here. You have to come and develop, you have to come and develop factories, you have to come and develop manufacturing plants, you have to come and do some of that stuff here, and making that a term and condition of the resource extraction. And they will do it if they have to. I mean, I think that sometimes we don't understand. I think Africa doesn't understand the power it has because it is too caught up in all the shininess that the West throws in front of it. And it is so impressed with that. And that is what the West wants. I think it wants it to really look up to them. I mean, there's some reasons to do so, right? Because of the course of, because of development, right? You might say, oh, I see that this is countries, I want to be like that. So, there's some practicality to that. But in general, I think that the West kind of can use that and uses that sometimes to blind Africa and Africans and African governments to the power that they have. Or it could just be, it's the fault of the government too, because they're not focused where they should be. That's why it's so easy for them not to focus. Anyway, so realizing the power that they have and really taking care of it, taking care of Africa, taking care of, no one that comes to Africa wants to take care. They don't care. And if we have leaders that also don't care, then who cares? Then nobody cares. So we talk about, we lose sight of that a lot. And those who want to take Africa for everything it's worth want them to lose sight, or want the continent to lose sight of that, to the leaders to lose sight of that, and just focus on whatever. So I don't listen to any leaders once they stop talking about how to take care of Africa and how to take care of the continent and how to take care of this place that has been plundered for so long, for cents. They get things, I mean, for peanuts, for nothing, and the resources, everything. So that is a condition, and that is an important aspect of leadership in Africa at this point. Of leadership in Africa today is that you have to care about taking care of Africa. You can't get too starry-eyed about the West. It's, you know, I mean, because you can't focus on them because they're focused on them and you're focused on them. So who's focused on Africa? So that just doesn't work. It's anyway. So I'm really happy that the Eritrean president really kind of brought the focus back to, you know, let's talk about, you know, how to take care of Africa, the people, the land. You know, isn't that what the climate change summit, isn't that what it should be about, right? And so he kind of brought that back to the point and saying, you know, let's leverage what we have to the best of our ability and use it to strategize, to manage, to do everything, and let's have thinking people on board. We cannot change leaders overnight. So if your president, if your African country president doesn't care, there's nothing you can do about that. But you can still get people to the table. You can still get, you know, thinkers, and you can still care. Everybody, you know. So yes, this is very, very important, and it's important that that we do what's best for Africa. If we because as it hasn't really been done up to this point. So it's important that that we do that. And there are people who are doing good things. I'm not discounting you know, that, but I'm just saying that the focus should be there, and taking note of the fact that he brought that focus. That's all.